Hey guys, Coach John here with Coach Whitney. We're at Lafayette Strong Fitness and Martial Arts. We're going to go over a pro Muay Thai tip today about how to get to a liver punch and be effective with it. There's a couple of tricks that I've learned over the years that really catch people out on this. But first we're going to go over proper form to do this, and we're going to show you some mistakes people make about liver punches. So first thing is, again, I'm going to show you where the liver is. Whitney, turn to your side. If you look at your rib cage, your liver is over here on your right side. It'll be your left side if you're fighting your opponent, okay? Her right side. And if you look at her rib cages, her liver kind of sits in this area. It's a big organ, and it's covered mostly by ribs. The part that I'm looking to hit is there's a little 1-inch section that kind of drops below your rib cage, your little floating rib. That's the part that you're aiming for. And it's more here in the front. People make a big mistake of thinking that, turn to the side, that it's over here on the side. This isn't a liver, I mean, it's going to hurt if I hit you hard enough, but that's not what's really going to drop someone. Putting my knuckles right here on the front of her body and then lifting a little bit as I hit is what's really going to make it hurt. So what I like to think of is that when I throw this punch, I'm going to try to drive my fingertips under her rib cage and lift, right? That's what I'm thinking, and it sucks, right? So proper technique. I want to have my hands here up high, and I'm going to drop my left hand kind of straight down to her rib level. And everything is going to shoot straight in like this. There's no round punch to this shot unless I'm trying to get around her elbows, which then is a totally different thing. I want to come straight in. So I drop my shoulder and I lower my wrist and I shoot everything straight in with my hips. Okay? That's the first step. Second step is once I feel my hand hit her body, I'm going to lift and try to get up underneath her rib cage. Okay, so arms out to the side. So I'm not gonna hurt you. So as I step in, I hit it, and I'm gonna lift right at the last second. Boom, bop. Okay, and you don't have to hit someone hard there to change their life. Okay, this is a really tender spot if you get on the right spot. So how do we get there? A lot of people are like, oh, they've been hitting the liver before, and they guard it really tight with their tight elbow. And I try to get in here, and they just kind of tuck their elbow to the front, and I can't get in here anymore. How do I get in? I've found that people like to mimic what they see, right? So you'll watch amateur fights. If I punch Whitney in the stomach really hard, what does she immediately want to try to do right back to me? Punch me in the stomach really hard. So I'm going to take advantage of that. So what I do is I do what's called my hand raise. I'm looking right at her, and I just kind of raise my hands with my elbows first. It looks a little bit like this. It looks silly. I promise you it catches almost everybody. And what they do is they just kind of mimic it. And their hands come up. It doesn't even have to be much. I think they're kind of worried that I'm going to come after their head. So I just kind of come up, and once I see it coming, I take my little step in, and off I go to my liver. That's all it takes. And then they might drop their hands, and I can start doing my other Muay Thai. But chances are, if I hit them in the right spot, they're going to want to take a knee. So, again, it's a hand raise. I'm going to use my elbows to kind of flare out. But if you look, when I raise my elbows, my hands aren't really coming away from my face, which is why I use my elbows and not my hands straight up like this. I want to use my elbows to try to keep my guard up. So right here, I set it up. I raise my hand, boom, and in I go. It's a great way to get someone in the liver. All right, guys. This is a good technique you can add to your Muay Thai arsenal. Remember, online training can only get you so far. So get in here and train with us over here at Lafayette Strong Fitness and Martial Arts.